Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the BYU Cougars, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollock from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Texas Tech's offense will go to work first. And we've said many times that tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you can make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing, there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, David.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella, he delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So, mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
The run from the shotgun. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Bunch formation for these receivers. To the air. It's Weeks. There's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time it's complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. The Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. He's got him. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Red Raiders in the hurry-up. Wants to keep it in the air. They get to him as he throws. Got him downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. The Red Raiders had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
The coaches always talk about starting fast and taking that opening drive and really setting the tone for the football game, and that is exactly what they did, and they finished it with a good brand of physicality, running the football, ending the drive, and getting off to the 6-0 start.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So BYU's offense will take the field for the first time. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. Texas Tech has it back and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to throw, it's Weeks. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Makes the grab on the big throw. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raider.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll bring it out to the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Finds his big tight end. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
Oh, they're after him. Picks up what he can and then slides. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts, as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right, man. You got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're...
Lots of room to run. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. The Cougars headed quickly to the line.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Knocked down at the 25. Line picked up 10 there and gets a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Caught in the backfield, it's Akbar. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. The Red Raider crowd rising to the occasion to help its defense on third down. To the air, it's English. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Between the uprights, it's good. Now the lead is down to 11. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Rutgers. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Handoff to the single running back. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Pressure coming. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. There he goes. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. And the Red Raiders are on the move. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He wants to change this route. They'll run the toss. He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line. Now on 3rd down for this offense. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines.
Texas Tech, 14, BYU.
So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 3rd down, this offense has been rolling. Can the defense stand tall? Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that, my friends, is getting the perfect bounce, the perfect punt, and the perfect roll. They'll have them locked down inside their own 5. The Cougars are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some... Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job downing the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field, and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Touchdown, Red Raider. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. Looking to pass. It's English. Finds his big tight end. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. They'll try to get it through the air. Release to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Floyd. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball.
Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Trying to take it back.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They'll start this drive going to the air. Punch it out of the air. Turning it on. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Red Raiders want to pick up the tempo. Quarterback may change this route. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Texas Tech, 30, BYU.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. To the air, it's English. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Under fire. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
A strike downfield. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Working the middle, it's complete. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. This BYU offense set up with another first down. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. It's Akbar. Corralled and brought down by the defense. The Cougars line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. He'll pull it on the read. Slithers into space. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's English. Pocket breaking down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 22. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Second down, they'll go to the air. Wide open downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. And the Cougars didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. It's complete. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you could just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. The Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get the first through the air. He wants it all. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown!
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to throw. It's Weeks. Going deep. Reels it in down the left side. Off and running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Red Raider.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points.
Finds his man. It's Floyd. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They go to the draw. Breaks into the open. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. BYU right back to the line. To the air on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Scanning the field, it's English. Makes the grab on the left. There he goes. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Down Cougars.
Well, let's just call it like it is. The first half has been ugly for this offense. Not a lot to cheer about until that play right there. They finally score. We've seen crazy things happen in college football. They're way down on the scoreboard right now, but anything can happen, and anything can change after you score like that.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure.
Texas Tech, 37. BYU, 7.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. He's got it down the left side. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
So it's first down, but with just a few seconds, they'll try to put up a 3 before halftime. And he'll try this one from the left hash and 33 yards away. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll push that lead down a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Lubbock. And it's clear the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it, because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss, and that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Sends it back in motion. Back to throw. It's English. Fakes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long, and I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Off-play action on first down. Sends it downfield. He's got it. Breaks free in the middle. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field to score. There is no end in sight for these guys.
BYU 17.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
So now it's 2nd and long on the option. Now the toss.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
The give to the back. Gets it out to the 21, and that's not enough to move the chains. It'll be 4th down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Dropping back, it's Weeks. It's caught. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And the Red Raiders in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Might be changing the route. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. He's loose. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. The Red Raiders trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that can do this. Last week he was unbelievable. This week, even better. This dude is absolutely on fire in the zone.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
BYU 17.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Gets it out quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's English. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Makes the grab. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. And the Red Raiders will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it. Here comes the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
The Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Weeks. Throws for the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Hernandez. Touchdown, Red Raiders! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown call.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. The Cougars now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power, you just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Caught in the backfield, it's Floyd. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short game there, and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He only needs a sliver of daylight, and they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You've put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive.
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Red Raider. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get into the 2nd level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Give to the single back. Oh, better look out! And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Rides the back on the option, the give. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
To throw, it's English. Fires to the big fella. He'll have the 1st down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he's stopped. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's going to run it. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response. Just a sack party.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
And the Cougars with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wants to throw again. Bringing the heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
It's a smart decision by the quarterback, but it's a frustrating one also because you're trailing in this game and you know you've got to hit some of these throws to get back in it. But the defense is doing such a good job in coverage. Nobody's open, so you've got to throw that one away. Smart decision, but it's a tough decision to make.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Rushes on him. Unleashes it on the run. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Looking to throw. Trying to set up the screen. Touchdown, Cougars! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way that coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, it's Weeks. He tries to take the top off. Makes the grab on the left side. Off and right. Touchdown, Red Raider. He got loose and it was lights out after that. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
The option look. Got the first down and more. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Oh, he's got a chance. There he goes. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Hand off from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Just when they're looking run, now up top. Caught over the middle. It's Burks. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Wants to go up top on first down. Just gets rid of it before the heat.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now through the play caller, certainly through the quarterback, but you're going to have time to throw.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dime.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so much.
Turning it on. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Under fire. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get first downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I feel like this defense is starting to get in a rhythm and starting to feel it, right? You've seen him take off, have some success, and you know if nothing's open, he wants to run. Defense kind of locked in, didn't give up a big play there. They're kind of dialed into what's going on.
It'll be 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Weeks. He'll pull it down and run. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time, gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
And the Red Raiders will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He might want another play. With the run on 1st and goal. Beck's going for the goal line. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long when he's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Wants to throw on 1st down. And to get rid of it quickly. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the...
Breaks into the open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Yeah, and I like this offense, keeping the foot on the gas. You got to lead by a couple scores, but keep the foot on the accelerator. Nice job. Another big play down the field for this offense.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down.
And it's really nice to have a workhorse running back that you know you can feed and get productive gain after gain. Now over 100 yards. You've already got some separation on the scoreboard. I would continue to feed this workhorse.
They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They'll go to the ground. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short.